happy to support this.
Yeah, Speaker.
I
Speaker.
call Tamati Coffey.
Malo e lau mali e. That there is my contribution to Tongan Language Week. It doesn't get much better than that, so with respect, I'll leave it there. Let me make my contribution to this, the KiwiSaver foster parents opting in for their children in their care amendment bill. KiwiSaver is something that we are big fans of over on this side of the House. We want to ensure that the financial health of New Zealanders is good, is safe, is strong, and that we're setting future New Zealanders up for the best possible financial foundation that they can have. Based on that, over on this side of the House, we're actually going to support this through to Select Committee because we see it as being vital for consideration. It pains me, the thought that we have to actually stand here and talk about this, that it hasn't already been included. But for good reason, we're standing here, we're talking about it now. When it comes to KiwiSaver, around 31% of New Zealanders aged 17 years old and under are enrolled in KiwiSaver, but there's a little stipulation there that actually, if you're a foster parent, that's not quite applicable to you just yet. So that's why we're having this conversation here. The purpose of this bill is to make it possible for any foster parent or kin carer to approach a KiwiSaver provider and to open an account for a foster child in their care. We believe that it's important that children have the ability to be able to set themselves up for a good future, or in terms of their foster parents setting that up for the future. So that's why we're going to support it through to the Select Committee. Although we do it with a few caveats, a few stipulations that we want to suggest that the Select Committee look into as it moves forward through the process. First of all, we would like the Select Committee to take on board the serious issue around are there reasonable benefits of early enrolment to KiwiSaver when those that are under 18 don't receive the compulsory employer contributions or the members' tax credit. That's something that actually the members' tax credit, let's talk about the last government and what they did around that. What they did, in fact, was they decreased it. They took it from $1,000 and $1,042 down to $521. They removed the $1,000 kickstart payment, and they also introduced an employer superannuation contribution tax. So, not the best record from their point of view, Mr. Speaker, but from our side, we're just wanting to know about that particular reason. Also, what happens to accounts with little or no money in them, as my colleague Jan Logie said? What happens to accounts with little or no money in them when they accrue fees? Unfortunately, fees can be kind of horrendous when it comes to KiwiSaver accounts. And when you've got a young person that has one of these accounts, they're accruing fees, maybe not much money is going into it. Are we in fact setting themselves up for a future of failure or potentially a big bill at the end of it? So that's something that the Select Committee needs to look into moving forward. Is this bill in line with other financial delegations over children in care that rest with oranga tamariki and not with foster parents? We also noted in the general policy statement, Mr. Speaker, that KiwiSaver provider Simplicity has offered not to charge fees for children in care. So that sounds great, but we ask the question, how do you compel foster parents to actually choose that particular KiwiSaver provider? What happens when the child in care turns 18 and is no longer a child in care? These are some of the issues that need addressing. Also, I guess at a more technical level, we've also identified a couple of things as well. For instance, KiwiSaver scheme providers have processes to confirm guardianship of a child, but not the position of a foster parent or foster parent of a child. The bill itself offers at least two options for how enrolment would practically work in the general policy statement, but it might need to be investigated just a wee bit more. We're very passionate about KiwiSaver on this side, and we look forward to tracking the progress through the Select Committee. Happy to support it at this stage. Hope that when this comes back before the House, we have some of those issues that were raised answered by the Select Committee process. Look forward to seeing how it tracks. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I commend it to the House.
I call the Honourable Louise Upston.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to